Hello all, my name is Jasmine Atkinson, and this is a presentation of my action research project. I decided to conduct my research on phonics interventions. My research question was, will the use of phonics interventions in my second grade class result in higher reading comprehension scores? I decided to pick this topic because interventions are very important at my school. At my school, interventions that are held within the classroom are used as a method of promotion criteria. If a student does not pass their end of the year benchmark assessment, they can be promoted with good cause using scores from interventions that the teacher provides. I also picked this topic because second grade is a gap year. Students transitioning from second to third grade go through very, very drastic changes. This is especially true in the state of Florida, where students are taking the FSA, the Florida State Assessment, for the first time in the third grade. This FSA is pretty much a determinant as to if they pass or fail and go to the next grade. Therefore, they need to measure proficient as measured by this FSA. I also picked this topic because I really felt like I wanted to bridge this achievement gap. I really wanted these students to feel like they are good readers and that they feel like they are confident in their reading abilities. I just really wanted to make sure that as a teacher, I did my part to try and close the achievement gap that I saw within my classroom. I was not able to collect a lot of data. However, the data that I did collect, I did see that students did master the phonics skills. I did short vowel sounds, consonant blends, and consonant digraphs. The consonant blends and digraphs were with 2 students, and the short vowel sounds were with 3 students. The 3 students that did short vowel sounds, I actually worked on the skill with them for 2 weeks. I worked on it with them for 2 weeks because they actually started a phonemic awareness intervention. Therefore, I wanted to make sure that they knew how to blend and how to segment each sound prior to me giving them the test where they have to read me the words. The 2 students that did the consonant blends and consonant digraphs, I did consonant blends for 1 week, but 1 student did not meet the 80% proficiency, so I gave her the same intervention for another week. She eventually met the criteria, therefore she moved to digraphs. Both of them passed digraphs because I feel like digraphs and blends are kind of like the same thing, which is how I taught it to them. So based on my findings, I can definitely see that students are mastering the phonics skills that I am teaching them. I have also seen a big change in their comprehension scores. On their weekly assessments, they've been getting 70% or better. So I definitely think that the interventions that I am implementing within my classroom are definitely helping these students. If I were conducting this research again, I would try to incorporate high-frequency words into the interventions. I would still provide the phonics intervention. However, I would just give students a sheet of high-frequency words and just have them memorize them and study them and drill them. I would do this because when it comes to reading, when students are able to just automatically recognize a word, it eliminates time, whereas if they are spending their time blending and decoding a word when they can already know the sounds of it, it saves time. I also think that if they do know high-frequency words, they can save less time on decoding those words and spend more time decoding the unfamiliar words that they maybe do not know. Another thing I would do would be to provide interventions for a longer period of time. Based on the class, I was only able to gather a couple weeks of data, but I do feel like I want to increase the amount of weeks that I look at students' data. Another thing I also want to do is look at different intervention methods. I only use core phonics because that is the intervention method that is used at my school. However, I know there are other intervention methods out there, and core phonics is not the only one. So I want to see what other options I have to help better my students'